Hello. Just move these out of the way. So, yeah, welcome back to another video. Thank you for tuning in yet again. So a couple of updates. I don't know whether it's because of yesterday or whatever, but my knees are in absolute bits today. I woke up this morning, I honestly felt like I was like an elderly man. Like I was struggling. But thankfully they seem to have been sort of improved throughout the day. But I'm going to take it as a sort of rest day from exercise anyway. And also as well, I think if I'm not mistaken, we're around the halfway mark of this lockdown. So I thought it'd be good to go through, like, for me, what I've taken from it so far, what I've learned, what I would do differently, what I want to do with the rest of the time. And also as well as, like, from what I'm reading on the news as well today, is that there is a strong possibility that this lockdown might get extended up to Christmas and maybe even including Christmas as well, which is a bit of a bummer, to be honest, because, like, I don't know, for me, I've always enjoyed Christmas as a time of year. I like the cold nights, the like Christmas markets, the colourful lights. Like, I'm a massive tacky Christmas fan as well. Like, everyone always absolutely rinses me for it, but like my Christmas tree, I have coloured lights on my Christmas tree. Don't come at me, it's awesome. So, and to have all that kind of like not taken away, because Christmas will still happen naturally because of it happens on that date regardless, but the whole feel of Christmas this year is just bizarre. Like, so yeah, it'd be interesting to see where that goes in terms of if the lockdown does get extended. I think it will, like, I see both sides. I see that obviously there is a health issue that we're trying to tackle as well, but obviously there's a mental health issue and an emotion issue that if you isolate people for Christmas and they are on their own at what is possibly meant to be one of the most like family orientated close like time of year, to isolate people on that, I think mentally is brutal, if I'm being honest. So yeah, so I think we'll see what happens in terms of the lockdown going forward. I think ultimately I will stop the daily vlogs on the 2nd of December, because that was originally my plan, is to do that for the month and then do one every like 2 days, 3 days maybe. So I can spend a bit longer filming and get better, more interesting content. So yeah, so what I've learned so far is that I've enjoyed doing this. I really, really have. Like, not counting the few videos that I did earlier in the year that didn't really like take up much footage, shall we say. I've got over 105 gigs worth of footage on my hard drive now from doing this, and that is a phenomenal amount to me anyway. Like, I used to make videos when I was younger, just silly stupid shit, like when everyone was at school, and like I think I've got like this amount of footage now that's it's blowing my mind, and I have really, really enjoyed it. I think there was a dip towards like the start of the second week, end of the first week, start of the second week, where I realised that, oh shit, this is like a big thing to do. But now I think I've got a groove with it, and it doesn't seem so much as a chore. So I definitely have learned that I've enjoyed doing this. I've kind of learned as well that, like, yes, I would love to be back in the gym, but I can get by without it when I have to, which is a bit of I was very resentful of that at the start of the first lockdown earlier in the year. So that was good to sort of realise that I can do that. I'm really, really enjoying running again. This, for me, like, I've always been like an autumn-winter runner, like, because I prefer like layering up the cold. It sort of like helps regulate your temperature a bit. But like before, like when it was doing marathon training like earlier in the year and stuff like that, it was like running in like crazy heat this summer. And yeah, so I'm definitely enjoying running again in the sort of cooler climates. I think mental health wise, I think I've dealt with this lockdown a lot better than the first one. The first one felt very, because it went from everything to nothing straight away, and it was just like, oh, okay, like being isolated in that way was very difficult, and like yeah, it is challenging. But I think this time round, and without sort of like, sounds like a bit of a dick, like with the exception of like gyms not being open and a few shops here and there, like this second lockdown hasn't really impacted my life that much. But I do think doing stuff like this has massively given me focus in a time where everything kind of seems a bit unstable. So that's good. I've definitely taken that from it. I'm still kind of like yo-yoing on the diet a little bit, but it's what it is, isn't it? So yeah, I think taking that from like the first half, like I'm really, really pleased with how it's gone, I would say. And everyone who has like liked my stuff on Instagram, watched my YouTube videos, give me feedback and support and all that, has been incredible. Like I was at the start of the year, I was absolutely shit scared about putting myself out there on the internet like this and kind of showing this side of me, because I was convinced I was just going to get the piss taken out of me for so long. But in reality, it's been like the absolute opposite. So yeah, I'm very, very happy about that. I think going forward for the rest of this, like there's a lot of like things, like one of the things I really, really miss doing is kind of where this whole like creative stuff come from. I was really, really into photography, and that kind of like went by the wayside when I started making videos. So I do kind of want to bring back the whole like imagery stuff, and that's that. I mean like actual photography, not just me setting my iPhone up on a stand with a remote shutter and taking photos of myself for Instagram. Like I want to do actual, like get out there and create actual cool photography again. So that's one of the things I'm going to focus on for the sort of second half of this lockdown and towards the end of the year anyway. Fitness wise, I think I'm keeping on top of things really, really well. I think like whilst I have put on weight this year in general, I think because I spent a lot of time unintentionally bulking, I think I obviously have put on a fair bit of muscle mass as well, which is good. So yeah, it's balancing it off a little bit. But yeah, I mean, in terms of what I want to do for the rest of the of this time, particularly when it comes to creating content, there's some challenges I want to do. I've got some really, really fun ones that I've kind of been planning in my head, and I'm going to try and, because the one thing I found with doing the press-ups one was splitting it over 2 days was probably a mistake on my part, because the first part got a lot of attention and the second part didn't. Whereas I think if I'd put it all in one, I could have got that like encapsulated, because I really, really preferred the second video of that. But had I combined them both, I think it would have been an even better video. So I'm going to find a way of like maybe filming two things like simultaneously. So one day you'll get a vlog whilst I'm also filming a challenge that will be the next day's vlog. I don't know, I need to work that out. But try and have more sort of self-contained like challenges, and I say challenges, like challenge ideas and stuff like that. So they're more self-contained and not split over a vlog style. That's one of the things that I've learned and I want to do. But yeah, I think other than that, like I'm just going to carry on doing what I'm doing. Like I am going to start putting some time and effort into learning how to grow social media and how to sort of like, because I've been sort of like, not that I'm complaining at all, I'm doing this for me, but I've sort of been stuck around the 34, 35 subscriber mark for a little while now, and I want to try and push that a bit, because I think that'll give me a boost to do more as well. So yeah, I mean, in terms of document, I mean, I'm relatively okay, I think, for this lockdown. Like everyone has their ups and downs with it, but I think on the grand scheme of things, I'm alive. I've got food on the table, a roof over my head, and I'm able to do stuff that I love. So yeah, you've got to see the blessings in these things, I guess. So yeah, that's kind of an update. Relatively raw, unpolished video for you all. So yeah, I just thought I'd come in and give a sort of like halfway mark update. Thank you once again, really, really, really thank you from the bottom of my heart for everyone that supported me. It's been such a like shock to think that I actually get support on this rather than people take the piss out of me. So I'm very, very thankful for that. And if you do want to continue watching either my sofa ramblings, attempting DIY, various fitness challenges, and me just generally moaning about shit, then please do subscribe, share, like, turn notifications on, all that good stuff. Also follow me on Instagram as well if you want some sort of moody looking selfies, because that seems to be what I'm doing at the minute. But yeah, other than that, I will check in with you tomorrow. Thank you very much. Have a good one.